stream get started here. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay here, just on YouTube and Facebook here. But alrighty. Yeah, hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh over at LandTrust. Hope everybody has had a great week. Excited to just continue our weekly rhythm here of hopping into new listings and sharing just what's going on just on the LandTrust website. For those of you that don't know, I'm Josh. Like I said, I handle our onboarding here at LandTrust. Get to talk to every single landowner that goes live on the site and just kind of hear about their stories, and so that gives me some insight that I get to share with you, just about the folks that we're bringing on the platform and the experiences that they're offering. So I'm excited to do that today. Thanks again for joining. Again, we're doing this stream on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you have any feedback, again, we've done this for a couple months now. Any feedback on what information would be helpful, different things like that, super welcome to hearing that. So feel free to comment on YouTube and on Facebook, and we can kind of dial this in even more just to make sure we're getting you the information that is helpful for you as you're planning trips. But yeah, so excited to share what we have going on. Before I start here and show you some of the listings, wanted to just talk about our new homepage here. We revamped it a little bit. You can see easy access just to some neat summer activities now that spring turkey season's done. And then also kind of revamped our search a little bit where it's a little bit more intuitive, where you can kind of just type what you're looking for in, and ideally something will pop up that matches that search. For example, trout fishing pops up here, just kind of all the trout packages. So again, a little bit more intuitive, a little bit of a smarter search now. So now you can do things like search by unit, different things like that. So feel free to play with that, take advantage of that new search there. So alrighty, hopping into our first listing, Ireland Bros Home Place in Martin, South Dakota. This one's hosted by Seth. He's actually an existing landowner of ours that's just added a new part of his family ranch. I'll show you some of his other listings that he has going on. But this listing, his home place listing, is going to be an elk specific listing. Where you can take advantage of South Dakota's two seasons for elk. I'll get into that in just a second here. But again, this is his home place. It's about 3,200 acres, just big country in western South Dakota, located just about 10 minutes from Martin, South Dakota. Where there's some grocery stores and lodging options there, but again, big country to take advantage of here. Also, as far as the habitat, they have rolling hills, draws, coulees, drainages, kind of all that stuff. Livestock tanks, which is a hot spot for the elk population. And then they also have the Bad Hair Creek, which runs through the property. So some good winding creek bottom with some timber patches there. Also, part of the ranch it's about 1,000 acres of ag fields as well, so plenty of food sources for the elk. Talking to Seth, this is going to be kind of the premium spot for elk hunting, as opposed to what he has going on his other listings. So there are two elk seasons, first and second season, in Seth's specific unit. He's located in the prairie unit for elk, and he's offering, you can see just by the package card here, just for a single guest, a minimum of one guest, you get six days with your package, with your booking there. So plenty of time to take advantage of while you're out there. In the elk prairie unit, just hopping into some regulations here. With the elk prairie unit, it's located in unit 11B and 11D for the first season. So that 11B season runs from September 1st to October 15th. I'll show it to you here, just popping it up. So you can see right here, if you get an 11B license, it's September 1st to October 15th. If you get an 11D license, that's September 1st to October 31st. And then going back to the second season, which is a little bit later in the year, If you get an 11C license, that gets you access October 16th through November 30th, so a 6-day time frame in between there. Or if you draw 11E tag, that's November 1st through December 31st. So plenty of opportunity and time to take advantage of, depending on what tag you're able to draw. Again, all those packages, you get 6 days included there. One thing, a little bit uncommon on LandTrust, but Seth does charge a harvest fee for any antlered elk taken. So that's a harvest fee of $2,500. Nice thing on that is if you are successful, you can take care of that just via credit card. Seth has a little QR code that you can use if you are successful. So. But again, some good opportunity there. Like I said, Seth is an existing landowner of ours. You can see he has 3 other listings with us, all again right in the Martin area. Little White River East, Little White River West, and then Spring Creek. His Little White River properties, I'll show them to you here. They're located on the Little White River, as the listing name would imply. The Little White River properties are going to be whitetail specific. So you can see some of the big whitetail bucks that have been harvested just in years past, just on the ranch there. So Little White River properties, 2 different Little White River properties, east and west, both offering whitetail hunts. And then Seth does have an additional property, about just over 1,700 acres, called his Spring Creek listing. And that's going to be mule deer. So some solid mule deer opportunity as well. So again, as you're thinking about what Seth's offering, you got the elk on his home place. Little White River properties are going to have whitetail, and then his Spring Creek is going to have mule deer. So in total, it's about 7,600 acres of total family ranch land that he's listed with us. And so whatever tag you draw, whatever you're looking to harvest this fall, should be a decent spot. So all right, moving on to our next listing. Tri-Sports Farm Northeast in Stevenson, Alabama. This one's hosted by Alan. Alan is also an existing landowner of ours. So we see this from time to time where landowners are having good experiences with us and they end up offering more property that they own. So this was the case again with Seth, who I just mentioned, and then also Alan here in Alabama. This specific property, it's about 180 acres located in Jackson County, which is it's a more popular county in Alabama for whitetail and turkey hunting. Neat thing about this spot in particular, it has about 3/4 of a mile of Crow Creek bottom. So the Crow Creek runs through. There's hardwoods, bottomland habitat, and then food plots as well. Scrolling down here, you can see just the packages. He's open to single day, single guest hunts. You got the Jackson County turkey shoot at $300 per hunter per day, and then $275 for the whitetail hunt. So again, a little bit more of a premium spot, but definitely has the populations and the deer size to justify a little bit of a higher price there. So I'm excited that Alan listed this other property with us. Also, wanted to just take this opportunity to highlight his other property that he has. This one's a little bit more south and west, located in Gwynn, Alabama. This one's a little bit smaller, 110 acres, but again, same offerings, whitetail and turkey, some solid opportunity there. Was able to sell out his turkey hunts this spring, so we'll get that reopened up for 2026 here. But neat thing about this property, he just added cabin lodging. So that will be available for anybody looking to stay on site at Alan's property here. That's just $200 a night to add on to your booking. And then also wanted to call this out. Alan stocks his bass pond on this specific property, and you can just see the size of the crawdads that he's putting in the pond here, making for some awesome bass fishing here. And you can see just some of the hogs they've taken out, just beast. So again, if you're looking for a fishing spot this summer, obviously Father's Day is coming up. If you're in Alabama, take your pops fishing for the weekend or something. So Yeah, so that is Tri-Sports Farm and Tri-Sports Farm Northeast in Alabama. All right, moving on to our last listing that went live this week. Show Me Wildlife in Stover, Missouri. It's about 200 acres. The listing title is kind of a play on words just with the Missouri state nickname, the Show Me State. So Show Me Wildlife. This one's hosted by Phyllis and Brian. Got some neat things going on. It's just a super pretty property. Phyllis and Brian, they're a family calf operation and hay growers. And you can see by that drone footage there, just a great looking property. They do have a pond on site, some timber, grassland pasture, all that good stuff. Scrolling down, they're offering pretty affordable turkey and whitetail hunts for anybody looking for a spot this fall and spring of 2026. And they are family friendly, so a great spot to take your kiddo out for a hunt. Or just any first-time hunters looking for a kind of a low-pressure spot. This is also a good option. The property itself is located in Morgan County. It's about an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours from KC, and then less than 3 hours from St. Louis. It's also located about an hour from Columbia and University of Mizzou, just to give you an idea of kind of location and orientation there. And then also kind of a neat fact here, it's located, they have a package for this, it's located about 35 minutes from Sedalia, which is actually the home of the Missouri State Fair. So it's a great, for anybody that's taken advantage of the Missouri State Fair in August and just looking for kind of their own private campground away from the crowds. Just a 30-minute drive to the fairgrounds there, and have a whole farm to yourself there. So just $50 a night for camping access there. So excited to have Phyllis and Brian on board. Definitely give their spot a look if you're looking for a solid Missouri option for whitetail or turkey here. So, all right. To go ahead and kind of wrap things up here, we'll go ahead and end just with our field notes like we always do with these streams. Again, just a reminder, field notes is kind of our real-time feed of property updates from landowners across the country that are listed with us. So it's a great opportunity for folks that are just looking for, an idea of what's going on specific properties. This feed here, this page that I'm on, it's kind of our general field notes feed where you can see everybody from everywhere as far as updates go. Neat thing on this is you can actually follow specific properties as well. So say you're not interested in this Montana property that I'm about to highlight, you're interested in Missouri. You can follow Missouri specific properties and you'll be notified anytime a landowner in Missouri posts a property update. So again, great opportunity to see what's going on. And also, game cam photos, what I'm going to show you here in just a second, just videos of deer and turkey on property. And so that's always helpful for sportsmen when they're planning trips, when they can just see that there is game on the property. That's always a benefit, where you don't have to bother the landowner and ask if they have game. You can just see directly on the field notes page that they do in fact have wildlife on the property. So again, take advantage of that resource there. There's lots of neat things going on. But yeah, just to highlight a couple here for you. Tana is one of our awesome landowners in the state of Montana. And she has a couple listings with us, her upper and lower spot just outside of Circle, Montana. She just finished up an awesome turkey season, and you can see that, I'll play the video here. But turkeys are showing up, got a good hatch of poults as well. So nice to see a good hatch. Hopefully there'll be Jakes next year, and then some big boss toms in the years to come. So always good to see that there's birds on property. Also, antelope draw results are coming out here, I believe this month, middle of this month. And so good to see Tana seeing antelope on property as well. So again, if you if you are able to draw a tag for antelope, and that tag is burning a hole in your pocket, we have some awesome Montana antelope properties. So feel free to reach out to our team for some updates, or check out Field Notes, see what landowners are seeing as far as activity goes. So again, feel free to take advantage of that resource. As always, we're happy to help if any questions pop up. Again, would welcome any feedback on these streams to make it more useful for folks as we're doing these, highlighting new properties. Yeah, a reminder as well, LandTrust podcast is live on all major platforms, so be sure to give that a follow and a like. Some good conversations happening just by our founder Nick and some of his buddies just on the Outsides Insiders series, and then also Seasoned Hosts, where landowners pop on with Nick and talk about just kind of their experience with hosting from a landowner standpoint. And then finally, our 5-star stories, where Nick sits down with sportsmen that have had great experiences on LandTrust properties. So definitely encourage you to give that a look. In the meantime, like I said, happy to answer any questions. Give our office a call anytime, and hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.